Okay, we're going to recap the part whole method from yesterday, and then we are going to use it today to help us find a missing number, but we're going to use it by adding and counting on rather than counting backwards. So you are going to need some paper for your part wholes again today, but it's going to be a slightly different method, and we're going to be using something called the inverse. Now the inverse means that add and subtract can be used to help one another. So we can, if we had a subtraction number sentence, if we weren't sure how to work it out using subtraction, we can change the number sentence to an addition number sentence to help us find the answer. So it's almost like these two are friends. They have a connection and it's called the inverse. It's like the opposite. So we can change subtraction to addition, or we can change an addition number sentence to a subtraction number sentence to help us find the same answer. They have a link called the inverse. Okay, so we're going to use that today. So if we started with a subtraction number sentence like yesterday with the missing number, we could have 19 take away something equals 14. Okay then, so instead of counting backwards from 19 to 14 using subtraction, I could change this into an addition number sentence because I know these two operations are linked. They are the inverse of one another. So to do that, when we subtract, we start with the whole. But when we add, we finish with the whole. The whole is our total amount. Okay, so I know that to change it to an adding number sentence, my whole needs to go here. So I'm going to put the 19 over here. So now that means these two missing numbers, I'm not going to make them up. I'm going to use this number sentence still to help me. So I've got a missing number and I've got 14. So both of these have got to be the other parts because they're making the whole, which is 19. Okay, so I would have 19 take away something equals 14 at the moment. Or if I was changing it to add, I would change this to an add symbol, have my wonky equals up here. So it would be something plus 14 equals 19. Or we know we can add in any order. So instead of something plus 14, I could say 14 plus something equals 19. Okay, so I've got the 14 and I've still got that missing number, but I could write it in two different ways with adding because we can add in any order. Okay, so if I had the number sentence 19 take away something equals 14, I could change it into an add number sentence by putting the 19 at the end because it's my whole, and then adding the two parts together. So I'm still working out that missing number. I'm still working out one of those parts, but I'm going to do it by counting on because I'm adding rather than counting backwards. So let's see if we can work this out together. So I know I'm starting with 19 as the, I've got 19 as the whole, but now I'm not going to do it with subtracting. I'm going to cross that out just to remind me I'm going to do it by counting on, by adding. So this time I'm going to start with the 14. So let's make the 14. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I'm going to count on rather than counting backwards. I'm going to count on because I'm adding until I get to 19, and then that's going to tell me the missing part. So I'm at 14. Everyone put 14 in your head, and we're going to count on 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm going to stop because I've reached the whole number. So now the Deans that are in that missing part are my missing number. So 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives me 19 because it was 5 more jumps, 5 more Deans until I got to 19. So my missing number is 5. So if I was doing takeaway, let's just uncross this. That missing number would also be 5 because I could do, if I started with the 19 and and I was taking away 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would leave me with 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these three numbers have a connection to give us a subtraction number sentence and two addition number sentences. There is another subtraction number sentence that it can help us with, but we're just going to stick with the two add-in inverse number sentences for today. Okay, so there is another number sentence, but we will leave that part. Right, we're going to try one more then. So this time, you're going to need a part whole again. So this time, if my subtraction number sentence that I started with was 25, take away something, gives me 21. So now I don't want to work it out by counting backwards. I know that add and subtract are the inverse of one another, so that means they are linked, they have a connection. I'm going to work it out using an add number sentence. So I'm going to change it, and I've got two options that I could change it to. Remember, my whole goes at the end, so let me put the numbers in my part whole first. So I've got 25 is the whole, and then one of the parts is 21. I don't know the other part just yet. So 25 in my add number sentences needs to go at the end because I finished with the whole. And then that means one of the parts that I do know is 21. So I know at the moment 21 plus something gives me 25. So I can put that into my add number sentence. 21 plus something gives me 25. Or I can add in any order. So I could do something plus 21 equals 25. Something plus 21 equals 25. Okay then, but it would be easier to start with the 21, so then I can count on to 25. So I'm going to use my Dean, so I'm going to start with 21, 10, 20, 21, and I'm going to count on until I get to 25 to work out what this missing part is. So put 21 in your head, we're going to count on to the whole, to 25, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I've reached the whole, so that means my missing part, 21, I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4 more to reach 25. So that missing part is going to change to a 4. So that means all of my question marks over here, my missing numbers, can be replaced with the number 4. Because I know 4 plus 21 equals 25, or swap it over, 21 plus 4 equals 25. But I also know if I went back to subtraction, 25, take away the 4 would leave me with 21. Okay, so they have a link, it's called the inverse. So today you're going to use addition to help you work out these subtraction number sentences. So you're going to have a selection of number sentences that are all subtraction, and you are going to change them to an addition number sentence and count on to find the missing number, just like I have. I changed this into an addition number sentence to work out the missing number by counting on rather than counting backwards. Okay, so you use your part wholes to help you with this one. Use your pretendings as well. So your number sentences are 26 take away something equals 22. So you're going to change it into an addition number sentence underneath. What addition number sentence will help you work out that missing number? You're also going to have 38 take away something equals 32. 46 take away something equals 41. And we're going to try it with some tens and ones as well. So it'll be the same method, but you might have to move some tens as well as moving some ones. So try 57 take away something equals 43. And then your next one that involves tens and ones, 75 take away something equals 63. Okay, so today you're definitely going to need your part wholes. I want you to use that to work out the answers. Okay, so if I was doing this one, I know 75 is the whole. One of my parts is a missing number, and the part that I've ended up with is 63. So if I was making this into an addition number sentence, I would start with 63. I'm adding on that missing part and it will get me to the whole of 75. Okay, so then you can use your pretendings to count on until you get to 75. Or if you prefer, you could draw the deans. It's up to you, but if using the deans is easier, then do that. Just take note with these two blue ones that you might have to count on in some 10s as well as count on in some 1s. Okay.